Joining me right now with more analysis, Democratic strategist and Trump supporter Harlan Hill and communications director for Democracy for America, Neil Schroka. Harlan, what do you think? I mean, is this the administration just trying to speed up the process here, all in order to get more people to vote for Hillary Clinton?
Doesn't matter what I think. We saw in the email what they said. I mean, they said very clearly they wanted to speed up the process so that we could get people through the system before the election, and they indicate that this was politically motivated. And look, the Clintons have a long track record of doing this. I mean, you can go back and actually read the reports and when they did this in 1996 to secure Bill Clinton's re-election. So nothing surprises me anymore with the Clintons.
Neil, do you refute that?
Every election year, there is a uptick in the number of permanent residents who want to become citizens. This is not an easy process. It takes 3 years at a minimum.
Why do you think that is? Is it because whatever given party is trying to do, you know, sort of the American utopia thing, or are they doing this for political reasons?
No, it's the reason why people want to be citizens is because they believe in the American dream and they want to have a chance to vote in the election.
Okay, so the utopia
That's why they go from being a permanent resident to vote.
The utopia thing. So you think that this is all on the up and up?
Yes. I think that what was going on in those emails is just a manager saying, hey, if you want to make sure that these people get naturalized, you need some overtime in order to do it. Do it. Like that, we should be welcoming people into this country, not trying to kick them out.
You know, the Republican Party had been trying this, Harlan. You know, Marco Rubio, this was a big platform of his. We've seen a number of Republicans really try and push for more immigration, and one of the reasons for it is because they feel strongly that they can't get elected, that the demographics are not on their side. Is Donald Trump changing that line of thinking?
Well, I think that he has to. I mean, the Republican Party, to be brutally honest, is facing an existential crisis. And they need the millennial vote, and they need the Latino vote on the side of you know, small government, efficient government, that platform that the Republicans have been pushing. And, you know, certainly alienating those demographics is of grave concern to any Republican that wants to see another president of the White House.
So was this just a primary play, do you think, Harlan, on Donald Trump's part? I mean, in that he really did alienate you know, large swaths of the population, but maybe that was because he needed to in this field of 16, and then now we're seeing him move to the center?
Yes, my only concern is that he's tacking to the center a little bit late here, and some of the comments that he had made, I think, have been taken out of context. Really, I mean, he didn't say that all Mexicans are rapists, you know, and yet that is the narrative.
Yes, he did. That's exactly what he said, Harlan.
No, he didn't actually. He didn't.
Yeah, no, he didn't. And I think Harlan's making a fair point. A lot of stuff has been taken out of context because, you know, it just sounds so good when it's all on its own there. Let me ask you about millennial voters, Neil. Where are they with Hillary Clinton? Why aren't they more excited by her?
Way more millennials are voting for Hillary Clinton than are voting for Barack Obama. It's a question of whether or not they're going to vote at the same numbers that they did in 2008 and 2012. But I think she's making good strides in the right direction on this. And frankly, Donald Trump's reputation.
Right? Sanders had him. Sanders had you. Sanders had both of you guys, in fact. Two millennials on with me now. And now one is Clinton and one is Trump. Fascinating in and of itself, a conversation we'll save for another time. But in other words, can she get the turnout from folks like you, Neil?
I think she can, because she's actually putting forward an agenda that's going to work for people like me in their 30s when she's talking about paid family leave that actually matters to both men and women, when she's talking, and frankly, for folks in their 20s when they're thinking about college and how they're going to pay for it. Donald Trump has zero plan for how we're going to deal with the crisis of student debt in this country. Hillary Clinton has one.
Yeah, you know what his plan is? It's to stimulate the economy. What we've seen is flat growth for the last 8 years that has obliterated the middle class. You go to middle America,
the same way that hasn't worked over and over again.
Neil, we can continue to double down on the failed policies of this administration, and frankly, a lot of the failed policies administration, or you know what, we can renegotiate these trade deals to repatriate a lot of American jobs. We can repatriate a lot of American corporate profits that are locked overseas, over $2 trillion. What's Hillary Clinton's plan for that? She just wants to raise more taxes. It's never going to come back that way. It's never going to come back.
All right, Harlan, I'm going to leave it there. Sorry, guys, out of time. Harlan and Neil, thank you very much. All right, yeah, no, you're not going to generate growth by just raising taxes. We all know that. Meanwhile, I want to get to another story. In a newly released memo from the Department of Homeland Security, officials acknowledge that refugee fraud is, quote, easy to commit but hard to detect, and that, quote, bad actors have exploited our refugee system. All this just a week after the Obama administration announced it's increasing the number